Namaste, it's the Spiritual Daywalker with your tarot card reading for the next full moon phase from 10th of September until 26th of September. This full moon is going to be in Pisces, so brace yourself, Taurus. First idea, what to say, was, what are you doing? Had to realize that's not exactly the best way to greet someone. But it can be that you are, well, confronted with a lot of emotionality from the outside, and you are well settled in your routines, right? If you're emotionally overwhelmed, like with a full moon in Pisces, for example, there's some things for you, some routines and some things you do to fall back on and clear your mind and ground yourself. This is very beautiful. It just like, well, you have to know that people, well, they don't have that, and maybe they deal with that differently, right? So when you're like, why, it's not a big deal, just come blah, that's cool. If you manage to get them benefit from your way of dealing it, that's beautiful. Just be like sensitive about it, right? But before I put like blame on anyone here, let's say this is a general reading. If the message doesn't resonate with you, feel free to drop the message. If it does resonate with you, drop a comment, like and subscribe, and also share this reading to whoever might benefit from this reading style. Now let's see, we're going to do a DNA spread, so the spirit axis in the middle and the experience balancing around that axis. In your soul spot, there's a world in reverse. So you are clearing out a cycle or kind of struggling with it. Well, guess what? It's September. Right? Astrologically, a lot of shit right now is happening. We're all struggling to close out some shit. For you, it's major though, right? For you, it's like a really big thing that you want to get going already. Probably you're aware of it, where you're like, oh, I really have to finish this. Really have to finish this project, or like get over with this addiction, or like blah, 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 right? There's something that you are already focusing on which needs completion, right? However, well, there's a time for everything in life, and it's called college. Okay, that's a South Park joke. But like, it seems like you're waiting for divine timing to fulfill your wish right here. Let's see how this manifests, right? Your challenge is that 5 of Cups in the middle. So there is a change in how to deal with emotions, right? I don't feel that it's your disappointment per se. Might be dealing with an impulse that then unlocks this disappointment. Like, how do you deal with disappointment? I feel like you're doing it quite well. It's just like, how do others around you cope with it, and how do you cope with these others, right? Let's see, you're manifesting a Mother of Swords in reverse, which is, yeah, well, not exactly feeling into them, right? Or sending, well, energies can be reversed. So if you're sending someone, hi, all right, there's a big freaking insect landing on the table. So I have to think about it again. What I was saying right here, Mother of Swords in reverse is probably you getting out of your head, not being so stubborn anymore, right? Because that Mother of Swords is the one that is trying to hang in there and be all logical about it. It's like, so if our heart hurts, maybe we should do some cardio, that kind of deal, right? And maybe you should just listen to it, right? And it could be that this energy is what you're exactly manifesting here, that you're coming out of that, being so in your mind about it, and actually working with these emotions in a different way, right? I feel like it's a lot about people around you. I have to stare at this mantis right here, and this is like, well, it's not exactly a mantis, a grasshopper, but a big one. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you're coming from heartbreak. There's a 3 of Swords, and it's in reverse, so you want to close that heartbreak out. All right, so how do you deal with those emotions? You cannot walk it off with a 3 of Swords that is kind of completing a world cycle, right? So what do? You be all unavailable about it. There's a Father of Cups in reverse. Now, either this is you or someone else around you that is not available to that energy, where you're like, you're getting defensive about it, where you're like, okay, if you're not gonna open up to me, then I'm not gonna tell you anything anymore, or whatever, right? I'm just leaving. And you're trying to leave, but it's not exactly letting you go, right? So let's see how what you're learning from this. In the spot of the 3, there is the 6 of Pentacles. Wait, I gotta do something about this. Just 1 second. Okay, so the hopper hopped off, is sitting at the vent now. Perfect, good. There is that 6 of Pentacles in reverse, where you realize, well, the growth is missing out, right? So the 6 of Pentacles is generating something, right? Is manifesting something in your reality. It's earth energy, it's your energy. It's talking about a little, like, especially when it's in reverse, well, about things being unbalanced. And in that case, since it's so much about emotional growth here, that growth is delayed because someone is not emotionally available to deal with that pain in a way that it wants to be felt, right? I mean, like, you can ground yourself all you want, but if you don't talk about it, like if the pain is so like strong with you that you have to like talk about it, get into it, feel it, and all that stuff, right? Then walking it off is not going to cut it. It's not going to be that emotional growth that that you want. I don't exactly see this. Like, I don't see you closed off here, right? You're way too loving. I mean, like, yeah, your ruling planet is Venus also. Like, you want to be open there. But if someone in your reality is not open to deal with that, whatever, right? Maybe you don't have contact with the situation or person that, caused this heartbreak anymore. So then that's probably you being a little closed off. But if you are trying to figure something out to come to a close, then, well, it's both, right? The Father of Cups is like very emotional, but not exactly not exactly true to their emotions in that sense. If it's, well, getting there. Let's see what the challenge is in the middle here. There's a Son of Swords in reverse in the spot of the 4, and the spot of the 5. There's a 5 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse, which is beautiful. 10 of Cups is emotionality and emotional fulfillment, right? In reverse, it's a little like, it's a lot of emotions that are involved, right? And the good and the bad ones. So it seems like you closing out a major cycle that is either a long relationship that you're closing, or a long business relationship where you like been with the same firm for years and now you're like don't exactly know how to deal with it. There is a lot of, I don't know, I mean, like this heartbreak, Father of Cupsy thing is a lot of love, you know, it's a lot of love. So if this is really about a project, then it was really a firm, it was really a love project. You've been in there with a lot of heart. See, what is giving you a sense of stability right now in the spot of the 4 is that Son of Swords in reverse. So it's not addressing it, right? So what makes you feel stable is not addressing that pain, or rather, yeah, maybe that Father of Cups is you, right? But not addressing that there is like emotions underneath the surface, right? And that gives you a sense of stability, because on the other side, the 5 is the card for change, right? And it's the place for change, the number for change, and it's clarified here with the 10 of Cups in reverse. So the change is going to come with a, like, free flow of emotion and some tears, probably good kinds of, like the tears of like relief, right? 10 of Cups is not this 5 of Cups here. Like, that's the challenge in the middle. It's like how to deal with one half of this sea of emotions, right? The half that is not so good, right? But it is about letting those emotions be felt and heard, right? And not holding back on those emotions. So roles can be reversed. It's either you or them or both, right? It very much seems like to grow and close out this world cycle right here, these emotions have to be brought to the surface. So if you don't have the contact, you have to sit with them and have a good cry. Or if you have still contact, like there's something that needs to be addressed where you're like, actually, this hurt me pretty bad, and I don't want this to end this way, even if it has to end, right? That kind of discussion. It's not super pretty, but it has to be held. Like this shit, you cannot walk off, right? So let's see. In the manifestation, there is more cups in reverse, and that's a good thing. Like the Four of Cups in reverse, that's a good card to have in reverse, because the Four of Cups is trying to find stability in water energy, which is not like instability at all. So that's why the Four of Cups is seen to be a negative card, because you're trying to like make water stable, and that can only happen if you freeze it, right? So the Four of Cups is trying to freeze something that needs to be, actually free flowing. So if this is in reverse, that means you're not doing that anymore. With this outburst of emotion, or like just addressing those, you decide to not sit with discontentment anymore, because that discontentment is always in the back, right? When you think you can walk off a world card in reverse like that, with the Ten of Cups in reverse like that, then there's always that discontentment, always that not feeling right in the back, right? So you can walk and walk and walk, but it's not going to go away, really. All right, it makes you, like, maybe gives you a running high, a runner's high or whatever, but it's not going to go away. So you're not doing that anymore. You're manifesting getting out of this. Like, you're not dealing with discontentment. It has to be solved, like really solved. And you're seeing that. You're seeing that now. There is a Hierophant in reverse. The Son of Swords in reverse is going into a Hierophant in reverse. So if that emotion is not felt, if that truth remains unspoken, if the action is not taken, see the action the Son of Swords talks about, right? Like, if you do not do that, then you are acting against your own moral value system, and that is really hurting you. That is not exactly what you want, right? So with the Hierophant in reverse, that is your inner guide, right? Your inner mentor that is working with the Four of Cups right here, where you're like, shit, I can't hold back anymore. I need to speak it out, right? I need to stop trying to rise above it. I need to speak about this emotion, right? Or need to be emotionally available. It can, like I said, it can be that someone else is going through that experience, and you have to realize they cannot walk it off. They have to, they need you to listen to them, right? That could also be like this, right? Chances are it's both, though. So the moment you think like you're super strong and walking it off, and the moment they open up to you, you're gonna crack. You're gonna crack, and you're gonna cry with them. That is very beautiful, because it gives you that growth that you need to really, really close out this cycle. Now let's see in the last spot right here. There's the Death in reverse. Yeah, well, okay, that is not a real surprise right here, because the Death card, I mean, for some it can mean a Scorpio. Which wouldn't exactly surprise me. Taurus and Scorpio could hook up and both be like very Father of Cups in reverse about emotions, right? Both inclined to feel them, but wanting to deal with them. Could be. However, this talks about transformation. And it basically says you have to go with this transformation, even if it takes longer than you expected. Even if you thought you were already through it, right? There's something that needs to be expressed. That is a lot of emotionality. And it's probably going to pop up somehow out of nowhere, where it's just like a casual, but for real, how do you feel about this? And then suddenly you end up in a 3-hour discussion about how each one of the participants got hurt or whatever, right? But if you don't do that, if you're acting against your moral values and just you know what, let it slide, it's nothing, right? But it is something, then that is not exactly letting it go, because that sense of being betrayed is going to stay with you, and that is a problem, right? Because if you feel like you've been betrayed once and you don't clear that betrayal with compassion, right? So you understand where the other person was coming from, so that they would just like, subdue to their own bullshit, right? So they couldn't exactly help it. It doesn't sanction their like actions or whatever. It doesn't make like real good what happened, but compassion means understanding, and when you have that compassion, that's when this energy of the Three of Swords actually can let you go, and you're not projecting it into your future again. And good news, you won't, because you are clearing out that world cycle. You're learning right now exactly how to not do that anymore. Chances are you've been doing it over and over and over. This is over now, right? So even if this reading might sound a little shitty, keep in mind, it's September. We're all feeling shitty. There's like, what, 6 retrogrades? Like, astrology is going fucking nuts right now. And don't try to walk that shit off. You're not able to. Even you, Taurus, right? So for you, this is a big change, and it's beautiful. So go with that. Feel those emotions. Know that for this transition, they have to be felt, and for you to stay true to yourself, right? And to feel good about yourself. That is like with that Hierophant in reverse, right? You want to like rearrange your value system according to how you have dealt with pain in the past, but also you want to stay true to your own pain, your own emotions, right? So that is what this Hierophant is talking about. This is actually cool, Taurus. The Word card means this is not gonna happen anytime soon again. This means you're really fucking closing that shit out. Very, very beautiful. So if that resonated with you, drop a comment, like and subscribe. Also, if you want to go deeper in it and want me to clarify your particular experience, I do give online tarot readings. Just click the link in like the channel links or the header, or like drop me a message anywhere. We can arrange. I'd love to be of service. I'm going to devote my time and energy to your case in particular. I wish you a lot of like luck and happiness after this pivotal change, and thank you, Taurus. I love you.